If you can't do your makeup, then this video is for you. This is an updated detailed beginner's guide to a simple soft glam. So you want to grab your brushes and let's get into it. Starting up with soap to press down my brows. You can also use a brow gel to do this. I prefer soap because it keeps my brows down for a longer period of time than a brow gel will. Using a spoolie brush to ease the application process. After making sure my brows are perfectly laid down, I'm going in with my Davis brown pencil to fill in my brows. Start in the middle and work towards the tail, using short upward and outward strokes that mimic hair. Use less pressure at the front, build intensity as you move to the tail so the front stays natural. Next, we are going in to clean our brow with concealer. I'm taking a small flat brush with a bit of concealer to clean the underside. I'm going to conceal my brow with two different shades of concealer, a lighter shade and a darker shade. I'm going to be using the lighter shade of concealer to conceal the underside of my brows, and I'm going to be going in with the darker shade to conceal the upper side of my brow. I'm gently blending the concealer down so that it looks seamless. We are going to do the same thing on the other side of our brows. Concealing the top part of my brow with the dark shade of the concealer, you want to make sure that your brush is flat because it helps conceal the brow to the shape you want easily. I start concealing in the middle, then I walk towards the tail. And we are going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Using a small fluffy brush to blend the concealer down so it looks seamless. Moving on to eyes, I'm starting with the concealer to even out the lids and make colors pop. I'm using the Nuban Beauty Concealer in the shade 046. Setting it lightly with a skin tone powder so blending is smooth. Using the Morphe palette because it has the perfect neutral shades for a simple eye look. Using a small fluffy blending brush to apply a warm neutral shade into the crease. This is your transition shade, so you want to keep it soft and blown out. Next, I'm going in with a bit of concealer on my eyelid and I'm going to go ahead to blend it out. I'm going in with this nude shade to apply on my lids, using a flat brush to press it on for that soft glow. I'm going back in with my fluffy brush to blend the crease and the nude shade so there's no harsh lines. I'm going in with this deep brown shade to smoke out the lower lash line. Keep it subtle but connected to the top so the look feels complete. Using my Eyebrow Cosmetics mascara to comb out my lashes. This will help add volume to my lash. The real magic in makeup is in the lashes. It opens the eyes and elevates the entire look. So I'm using a tweezer to place my lashes. I'm going in with a mascara again to blend my natural and my false lashes seamlessly. Moving on to face, it's very important to prime your face before doing your makeup. I'm using the NYX Gripping Primer. This primer is perfect for all skin types, from combination skin, dry skin, oily and acne prone skin. Give your primer a minute or two to sink into your skin before you go ahead to apply foundation. I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade cocoa. Just one pump of this foundation is enough to cover my entire face. This foundation is lightweight and a single pump prevents the foundation from feeling heavy or suffocating, allowing your skin to breathe. I'm using a brush for my application. You can also use a beauty blender and it's going to be fine. This foundation gives a more natural skin-like finish, perfect for everyday wear. Moving on to highlight, I'm using a concealer shade which is closer to my skin tone to highlight my under eyes. I'm going to be mixing two concealer shades to highlight, and I'm going in with a darker shade of concealer to contour my face. I'm using the Blossom Cosmetics concealer in the shade Expresso. Applying contour to my cheekbones, my jawline, my forehead, and a bit on my nose. And applying highlighter to my under eye, the bridge of my nose, and my chin. Contouring your face helps add warmth and a subtle definition to your face. I'm using a brush to blend while working in gentle tapping motions. After letting the concealer sit for a while, I'm going in with a small fluffy brush to blend out the concealer. Always take your time to blend out your concealer because you don't want any harsh lines. You want a smooth transition between the light and the shadow. To bring more brightness to the center of my face, I'm going ahead to apply the lighter shade of concealer under my eyes. For blush, I'm applying the e.l.f. Camo liquid blush in the shade Gorg Orange, and I'm using a brush to blend that all out. Blending my blush upward to give me that lifted look. Using my small fluffy brush to blend out my concealer, and as you can see, I'm blending it upward. You want to take your time, as I said, to blend out your concealer to avoid any harsh lines. The small size of this brush helps you apply the product exactly where you want it, and this brush gives precision and soft blending. So this is a perfect brush to blend out your highlight. You can also use a beauty blender if you want. Setting all my cream products in place with a setting powder. I'm using the Easy Bake Huda Beauty Powder in Coffee Cake, and I'm going in with a triangle puff to apply that. I love setting my face with this powder because it prevents creasing and smooth textures. If you're having dry skin, use a light hand and focus only on areas where you crease, or try a hydrating or luminous setting powder. To apply this powder, lightly dip into the powder, tap off the excess and press or sweep onto the skin. I'm using my Fit Me pressed powder to set the rest of my face. This powder is in the shade Java 375. Using a small eyeshadow brush to blend out the contour on my nose. Next, I'm going in with bronzer to add warmth to my face. I'm using the Juvia's Place Duo Bronzer in dark. Applying this to my cheekbones. Applying some powder blush on my cheek to give color on my face. To finish everything, I'm going in with a lighter shade of powder, and I'm just applying that under my eye to bake my under eyes. Moving on to lips, I'm using the Eyebrow Cosmetics Brown Matte Lipstick in, I think, 28 to line my lips. I'm going in with another Eyebrow Cosmetics lipstick before I finally go in to blend with my nude pink lip gloss from NYX Cosmetics. Going in with a clear lip gloss to finish everything up. This is just like the icing on the cake. Setting everything in place with my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. I love how this setting spray just melts down everything. And I'm going in with my highlighter and I'm applying it on my cheekbones and the tip of my nose. And that's it, a simple beginner-friendly makeup look that anyone can master. Remember, makeup is all about practicing, playing, and finding what makes you feel confident. Take your time, enjoy the process, and most importantly, have fun with it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.